brain think faster in English. That's what I'm going to teach you in this video, more specifically with 3 tips and a special present that I prepared for you. If you don't know me very well, hi, nice to meet you. I am Teacher Prix, and here on my channel, I help students advance. I want you to talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. So you are invited to subscribing to my channel or perhaps sharing this video with a friend. But here we go, thinking in English. It is possible. The first thing I want to get your attention to is watch your cognitive load, okay? Nowadays, there is so much information that we need to accept that our brain's capacity to process information is limited. So when we have too much information, too much stuff going on, okay? Excessive cognitive load. You're watching this video, you're texting your friend, you're typing an email, there's too much, you're drinking your coffee, you're multitasking. That's the excessive cognitive load. As a result of that, we think this will help us maximize our time, but unfortunately, it is the opposite. It impacts your performance in a negative manner, okay? And in the book Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. This is the first thing he says. If you want to not just to speak, but to think more quickly, to think fast, to have a better reaction, to improve your performance is, okay, slow down. Receiving too much, okay? Putting too much pressure on your cognitive load by multitasking, that is only gonna have the opposite effect that you're looking for. And with that in mind, the 3 tips that I'm going to share with you in this lesson will allow you to slow down and really focus on teaching your brain, because we need to teach the brain to think faster in the English language, because that's my goal here. When you think faster in the English language, you consequently speak more. It flows. And that's what I want for you. Tell me here in the comments after watching this lesson. Do you have problems when you need to speak English? Do you feel like the words don't come and you don't know exactly what to say? You feel like you slow down. Is that happening to you? If the answer is yes, I know this video is going to be very useful. The 3 tips plus the present will be very nice, so stay with me. Now, the first one, and I will give you examples, and we're going to do this work together. I hope you do the work with me, okay? The first recommendation, the first step is, if you want to think faster in the English language, we need to change the process, and we're going to start small. And I want you to use a combination of images, pictures, images in general, or it can be wherever you are. You can do this wherever you are as well. You're going to use images in your mind. It's not here, not yet. That's not the focus of this video. But I want you to do this here in your mind, okay? So let's see. Here you can see a picture on the screen of a laundromat. And I went to a laundromat yesterday, okay? And that's where I got the idea of this video, actually. Because as I was sitting there, I started to look around, and then I remembered English, because out of the blue, someone there spoke English to me to help me, because I was a little lost. I had never used a laundromat. I know, because I have a washing machine at home, but I had never used one outside my house. So I was a little lost. And who helped me? A foreigner in my own country. He helped me. And we had that conversation. He helped me with instructions of how to use, how to get stuff, because I was lost. And when I sat down and I started to look around, I continued with the thought in English, because I had just had that interaction in English. So I started looking around and thinking, oh, look at this, look at the sign, oh, look at the baskets. Oh, look at the meditation on the TV. Oh my God, I'm thinking in English. That's so good. So what are you supposed to do here? Slow down, pick an image, or the next time you go to a supermarket, drugstore, park, museum, school, your office, the bus, slow down, look around, and in your mind, simple words. I don't want you to complicate this. In my level, of course, that I was just speaking in my head. But in your case, I want you to think of some words. Okay, in this picture, what can I describe? What do you see in your head? So let's do this together. Take like 10 seconds right now and look at the image and think, no voice. Think, what do I see? What are the objects? What objects can I describe? Is this an organized place? Is it a clean place? What can I do while I am waiting at this place? And as you look at the picture, really in your head, okay, this is, I don't know how to say this in English, okay, but it's a place where you wash your clothes, you know, your clothes. Yeah, okay, I can wash my t-shirt there. Okay, there is a machine, a washing machine, and there's a chair, there are 3 chairs, okay. There are many machines, I don't know how many, but there are many. There's a desk, an air conditioner. So this would be the first step. Identify names in the English language. Because guys, what happens when we're talking to people in English at work, when we're traveling? The words sometimes disappear. You know the words, I believe you, you know them, but because you don't exercise your brain, you don't have this mental exercise, when it's time to speak, sometimes the words vanish. And with this exercise, you are making your brain stronger by constantly reminding it to think in English. Because as a non-native speaker, I know I am one too, we don't think in English naturally. It is not our first reaction. We need to condition the brain to do it. One extra thing you can do is you can also think of actions that you can do at this place. This would be the next phase, the next level. What is the thing that I do? What can I do? Oh, I can, if you don't know how to say, do the laundry, I can wash my clothes. Okay, that's better than nothing. Oh, I do my laundry. Oh, I don't remember how to say laundry. I can wash my clothes, I can make them clean, I can clean my clothes, I can make them dry, because if they're wet after you wash, you need to dry. And here you stay silent, excuse me, because the goal is the mind. And you can also, additionally, you can also think of the things you do while you wait, as I was mentioning before. Oh, while I'm here waiting, I can watch TV, like at the laundromat I was at yesterday. There was a television, but on the television there was a meditation going on, just like a background music, and there was a shiny pyramid, like really purple, bright neon purple, and I was looking at that, and the song, I was relaxing, and I was all of that in English, okay? So all of that experience, you immerse, you relax the brain, you stay silent, and you focus on what your brain can bring to you, okay? So remember, this process is mental. So washing machines, I see dryers, green chairs, a sign. If you look at the previous, there is a sign with the word 60. So I imagine it's 60 minutes. There's a desk, an air conditioner. I can do my laundry, I can wash my clothes. While I wait, I can watch videos on YouTube. I can read a book, I can study English, I can think in English. This is practice. The repetition of this exercise will allow you to think faster. Thinking faster in English will require conditioning your brain to use English. The more you repeat this practice when you're driving to work, when you're on the bus, when you're at the gym. Oh, the gym is a wonderful place to look around and describe things. The more you do this, the more you will be inclined to thinking faster. Now, side note here, this is not going to happen overnight. This is a process. And whenever you find yourself in a situation where you see an object and you don't know how to say it in English, I recommend finding it out, discovering the word in the English language. Moving on. Short stories and descriptions. Okay, and I prepared a present. I will talk about it very soon. The next step is you can use the same image, or you can pick different images, okay? Here, guys, I really want to use your visual channel to help you think in English. Let's make this association using your visual channel and thinking in English to allow you to think faster. That's a very powerful combo. I talk a lot about that in my programs, in my academy, in my study plan. I'm always talking about the learning channels. They're very powerful. Now, in this next step, in this short tip number 2, excuse me, I wanted to use your imagination and create short stories and descriptions, because sometimes people can look at this tip and feel that, oh, Priscilla, I'm not very creative. So creating a story, that's not my cup of tea. Do you have any other recommendation? No problems. I get it. I understand. So if creativity is not your strength, then you can simply describe the image. That is also a very good exercise, and you will do this in English and you will do this mentally. The focus here is to allow you to make your brain to think faster in English. Consequently, the flow of your English speaking will improve. I have other videos here on my channel where I talk about speaking. Make sure to check them out. Now, let's do this now, okay? I want you to describe this picture. I want you to pause for a moment, for like 30 seconds, and I want you to describe the image that you see here on the screen, okay? I am even going to time here 30 seconds. Let's see. 30 seconds. Here we go. I want you to look at this image and I want you to describe in your head, or perhaps tell a little story. You can do both, actually. It would be a very good exercise. So you still have 14 seconds to go. So in your head, describe the story, describe the picture, what is happening. And that should be a very productive 30-second practice. Ooh, time is up. This practice at the beginning doesn't have to be very long, because you will feel very tired. For some people, this is going to be difficult, very difficult. To other people, this is going to be easy. So 30 seconds, Priscilla, that's ridiculous. I can do more. I can spend more time. So you will have to analyze that. So in my cases, I am more advanced. I'm a teacher. I would create a story. I would create dialogues. I would think of advanced words that I could use. But you have to respect your level. Therefore, stay for 30 seconds. Create the story. This would be a very productive practice to make your brain think faster in the English language. This is a process. You can think more quickly. You just need to exercise. And if you think about it here, I'm using visual, I'm using images, I'm not using translation, I'm just making your brain search for the words you know. Now, before I move on, make sure to share this video with a friend. I would really appreciate it if you could help the channel by sharing this lesson. The more you share, the more YouTube understands that this is a useful lesson, that it can help more English learners. And if you're interested, in the description of this video, I have some of my programs, my courses, my coaching. I have a 1-hour consulting call where I analyze your English level. I give you strategies and ideas to help you keep going, to help you understand what you need to do on your journey to fluency. I have my study plan cycle, which is an amazing course for students who need to understand what they're supposed to do to keep going on the journey to fluency and understand how to master their English by mastering how they study. So check the link in the description, but let's keep going. Number 3, which is question and answer. This one is a little bit more advanced. To some people it is easy, to some people it'll be difficult, but this is a very good exercise. In this case, you would need a little bit of preparation, okay? Because you need the questions before you get started. So use your friend Google, use ChatGPT, come up with 5 to 10 questions, and then stop, look at the question, and then here in your mind, okay, that's it. And you can set a timer, because this doesn't have to be going on for too long. You don't have to answer these questions for a long time. It is just an exercise to make your brain think more about the English language, to think more quickly, to improve its reaction. The more immersion you have in the English language, the more quickly you're going to think when it's time to speak. The whole point here, guys, of this video is to show you that if you want to think faster, if you want to speak to people, and the words come to you more quickly, you need to exercise that. So you can pick some questions, and you can really start with simple questions. What did I have for breakfast? Where did I go last weekend and what did I do? What are my favorite snacks? Why? What's one thing I love doing when I have free time? And then set a timer, okay? Let's do this now. Pick one question. What is one thing you love doing when you have free time? 30 seconds. Think about this question right now in your mind. What is one thing you love doing when you have free time? And explain to yourself why. 20 more seconds. Think about it, okay? Really think about it. It can be more than one activity. It can be 2. It can be 3. If you do it alone, if you do it with other people. And there you go, time's up. And then you move on to another question. And then you move on to another question. And after a 5-minute practice, let it go, let it go. Keep going, go on about your day. And you can do this several times, many times actually throughout the day. This is actually my recommendation. Don't stop at just one time. Do it again, go back to it, repeat it, go one more time. This is a process you need to repeat. And as I promised, I created a starter kit, okay? So that you can begin this process. I created 3 pages of exercises focusing on the tips that I am sharing with you in this video. It's a PDF file with 3 tips, covering the 3 tips, using images, the questions, the ideas, the suggestions, which I know will help you get started with this process. Try. See how it goes, and then come back here and let me know. The link is in the description of this video. Check it out, but other than that, share this video with a friend. I'll see you next time. Bye!